Hi, welcome to my channel, Moving to Madison, Wisconsin. My name is Mindy Kesnick, and I host this channel usually talking about what there is to do in Madison, Wisconsin, what are the pros, what are the cons, why you may or may not want to move here. Today, however, I'm going to be talking to you about something a little bit different. The real estate market has been crazy. That is no news to anybody. It's been a crazy couple of years. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the market today, and I want to give you just a little bit of an update. So the biggest problem that we have been seeing in the real estate market, really nationwide over the last several years, is the inventory. That, again, is no surprise to anybody. That's not new news. But let's dive in a little bit as to why and how it's going to turn around. Back in 2008, obviously we all know what happened back then. There was a big bubble, a big market crash, and that halted construction for a good decade or more. And so if you think about it, we are about 14 years behind on steadily bringing new inventory to the market. So that contributes a lot to this issue that we have of low inventory. The other thing, in my opinion, is that people are staying in their homes a lot longer than they used to. I think back a dozen years ago or so, people would move into more of a senior living situation. Folks didn't stay in their houses until they died, if I'm being honest. Where now people do, which is a good thing. It's great that people are able to stay in their homes and maintain those properties that they worked hard to pay off and all of those things. However, it does contribute to this housing shortage that we're seeing. So those are a couple of reasons that we are seeing this shortage of houses. And to give you a little bit better idea of what that means as far as numbers, like how short are we, is a great question. So at the end of 2021 and at the end of 2020, we saw a little over 30,000 houses that had been listed from January 1 to December 31st. If we compare that to the last time that we were in a really hot sort of seller's market, that would have been back in like 2006, 2007. And back in those years, there were over 40,000 houses listed in 2006 and 2007 each. So that's a good 10, 11, 12,000 houses in our MLS, which is South Central Wisconsin. So we were already seeing this decline in inventory and this challenging real estate market before the pandemic. So this issue of low inventory has continued to sort of sneak up on us over the last 5, 6, 7 years. And so it was becoming harder and harder to get a home under contract, and we were seeing multiple offers even 3 or 4 years ago. But then throw a pandemic into the mix, and what that did was it made all of these resources that we needed to catch up on housing and build new houses, it made all of those either too expensive or too hard to obtain. So now it used to take 5 or 6 months to build a house. Now it's taking anywhere from 9 to 12 months. In fact, lenders have even changed their construction loans for buyers because they were seeing that builds were not being able to be completed in the time frame of the construction loan. So construction has slowed down once again. And not only that, but it has become so expensive to build a home that in our area, you're looking at $500,000 at minimum to build a new construction home. So there's not a large pool of buyers out there. The largest pool of buyers is down closer to 350 in the last couple years. And as the interest rates go up, that number is going to have to change as well. So we are just seeing so many issues thrown at these poor buyers. To make matters worse, rent is also at an all-time high. So it's really hard for somebody who has a down payment and can afford a mortgage payment to decide to go and rent, because what they're paying in rent is going to be at least what they would pay in a mortgage, if not more. So all of these issues are drastically changing the way that we are practicing real estate as agents. Over the last couple years, nearly every single house that we write an offer on is in a multiple offer situation. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what you can do as a buyer to make your offer super strong and stand out. And then I'm going to finish up by kind of talking to you about my predictions for the rest of this year and the next couple of years. So how can you win an offer in this super competitive market? Obviously, hire a really good, experienced real estate agent. They will be able to help you with the first step, which is to come to the table with a super strong pre-approval from a local lender. And the reason this is super important is because we as real estate agents, when we are listing homes, we know that a lender can make or break a deal. Literally, choosing the wrong lender can be what costs you a home. A good agent is going to be able to help you choose a lender that is well known for their reputation of getting things done in our market. So my tip to you about picking a lender is go local. There are other things you can do to set yourself up for success when working with a lender. You can make sure to get them all of the paperwork. So obviously you fill out an application, that's your first step, but then they need stuff. They need proof of this income that you're claiming and all of that stuff. The farther you can get down the line, the better. In fact, there are even programs that lenders are rolling out right now to do a pre-underwritten loan for you, which means they can do your whole loan process without even having a home. And so that is something that can help you stand out when your offer is being compared to another similar offer. The farther along you are in the underwriting process, in the pre-approval process, the better you look to a seller. The other thing you can do to put yourself in a really great position is to save your money. Because yes, you can get pre-qualified to purchase a home with as little as 0% down, or 3.5% down, or 5% down. You can get qualified, but you are likely not going to win an offer if that's all you have, because unfortunately what sellers are really hoping for in this market is for somebody to write an offer over asking and not asking for an appraisal. So really what a seller is asking for is for you to have enough for your down payment and enough to cover any gap in what the appraisal comes in at, which is what the bank determines the value of the home is, and your purchase price. So you need cash to win in this market. Conventional financing is what is going to look strongest to a seller. However, there are some lenders out there that will take a look at what you have for finances and help you determine if that is the best way to go, or if maybe they need to put you into an FHA loan or some sort of government program so that you can maybe remove a home sale contingency or put more money towards an appraisal or something like that. So again, working with your real estate agent and your lender to figure out what your best plan is to write a strong offer is key. Typically, there are also situations that you can think outside of the box and come up with some creative ways to win offers, but those are a little bit more specific to the seller, the time frame, the listing agent, all of those things, what they're comfortable with, what they want to see. There's escalation clauses, there's buffers, there's all kinds of different things you can add to an offer, subtract from an offer. And so again, thinking outside of the box, getting really creative, having conversations with your listing agent and your lender, because if you're working with a really good local lender, they're going to be able to kind of talk to you too about what they're seeing, because they're getting all the accepted offers. We're writing all of the offers that don't get accepted and that do, but the lender is going to see like, listen, this is the percentage over asking in this area that we're seeing get accepted. So again, having a really good relationship with a lender and an agent they're going to be able to really set you up for success. Now, all that to say, interest rates are hiking drastically. We are seeing the biggest hikes that we have seen in the last 5-6 years, probably more. And that is going to change the market at some point. It has to. With inflation, gas prices, groceries, building costs, everything going up and up and up, there's no way that this is going to be sustainable. So my prediction is that we're going to start to see some of these things go away. I hope that in the near future, we're not having to waive inspection contingencies and appraisal contingencies and write $10,000 and $20,000 over asking and offer your firstborn. Just kidding. But I'm hoping honestly that some of those things go away and we see something closer to what we call a balanced market, where a seller lists their house, they find a buyer, maybe two, they get some great terms, buyers are happy, sellers are happy, and we have some balance for a little while. Because it has been a long road of a seller's market, which is great, but we're at a breaking point now. And I think, again, with inflation going up as it is, we're going to see some changes in the market, which is a good thing. And so again, making sure that you are working with somebody that has a good pulse on what's happening in the marketplace. They're educating themselves, they are in the business, they are in the trenches, they are talking to people, working with other agents, that they're going to really be able to keep you up to date because things are changing so fast. That is my market update for this month of May in 2022. Stay tuned, because if things change as quickly as I think that they may, I might have another update for you in just a couple months. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it was valuable. Please, as always, reach out to me with your questions. I would love to hear them. The best way to get a hold of me is by email or text. I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.